The Honourable Member Eugenie Sage.
Thank you, Mr Chair. Well, one of the few things that I would agree with Nikki Wagner about is that things have been tough in Christchurch. And research out today from Healthy Christchurch shows that 65% of Christchurch residents reported feeling tired in 2014, and that's a 10% increase on 2012. And certainly dealing with EQC and with insurance claims has contributed to that feeling of tiredness, particularly when you've got very poor communication often by EQC, so that at least 5% of Christchurch households have had to resort to the Official Information Act to try and get some basic information out of the Commission. Now, the Commission's got a very ambitious target of completing all repairs on earthquake-damaged homes by the end of this year. That's another more than 25,000 full repairs that it's yet to do. And that's a claim that will be done by the end of this year that makes many Christchurch residents laugh out loud when they're still dealing with that dance and interaction with EQC. If we'd had a Green Party in government, we would have had EQC and Housing New Zealand working alongside each other to tackle the housing crisis. We know that the Minister's denied that there's a housing crisis in Christchurch. That's despite the fact that there are regular reports in the press of people surfing on friends' couches, sleeping in garages, sleeping in cars. But we do have a housing crisis because so many people have had to move out of their homes in the red zone, or their homes are uninhabitable because of earthquake damage or flooding vulnerability. So if we had had more joined-up thinking, we would have had Housing New Zealand building more state houses. We would have had a progressive home ownership scheme where people in those homes could progressively buy them from the state during their time in the house without getting a big mortgage and without heavy debt, just as many of our parents did using the former family benefits. If we had joined up thinking, we would have had the Warm Up New Zealand program going at full strength, not being savagely cut as National has done. Because EQC has a winter wellness program, and that's a response to the fact that many homes in Christchurch have lost their primary heating source through damage to chimneys, fireplaces and wood burners. And certainly the EQC program has meant that several thousand homes across Christchurch have had new heat pumps installed.
20,000.
All right, 20,000, Minister, thank you. But the EQC and the government has missed the opportunity to substantially improve housing stock in Christchurch through a full Warm Up New Zealand Heat Smart program. It's missed the opportunity to substantially reduce the 600,000 homes across New Zealand that are cold, that are drafty, that contribute to health issues for children, which see kids being sick off school and their parents taking time off work. We want to ensure that all our homes are warm, dry and secure and healthy. And the government gave the cold shoulder to Christchurch by a major cut in the Warm Up New Zealand program. So it wasn't working alongside EQC to make the most of the crisis in Christchurch. It could have ensured that there was more subsidy assistance available so that people could insulate their homes at the same time as they were undertaking major earthquake repairs. And the Green Party's Warm Up New Zealand program would do that by providing subsidies for wall insulation. Instead, what did EQC did? Initially, it opposed the betterment of homes, and then it allowed it, but homeowners have to cover the cost of putting in wall insulation while full repairs are underway. The Green Party would provide assistance to enable that to be more affordable. And that whole scheme would cost about $35 million in Christchurch for making sure that we improve our housing stock. We build it back better post-earthquake. We don't simply replace like with like and miss the opportunity that we have to create much warmer, drier and more healthy homes. Because, Mr Chair, EQC has done a bit with the heat pumps, but it hasn't used the opportunity that the earthquakes have provided to provide more insulated homes so that everyone has a warm, dry and healthy home. And National has significantly reduced the Warm Up New Zealand scheme Initially, in the first 3 years, there were over 200,000 houses insulated. Now its target is only 46,000 homes.
I call the Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. Can I first of all say that it is